Hey, what's up, guys? This video is going to interest you if you own a home and you're wondering whether your home's value is going to continue to go up or maybe go down, or if you're thinking about buying one, but you're unsure if you should do it this year or maybe just wait out until 2024. So let's go ahead and talk about some fresh data just released by NAR, that's the National Association of Realtors, and pending home sales report for June 2023 showed a slight increase of 0.3% from May. Now, that's probably not going to sound like a whole big jump, but it is the first time that we've seen an increase in pending home sales in the last 3 months. On a yearly basis, pending home sales were down by 15.6%. So what does that really mean? Well, you see, pending home sales are about contracts that have been signed but are still waiting for a closing. So kind of what happens is that when a buyer makes an offer, a seller accepts the offer, then the property goes under contract. Now there's an earnest money deposit, but that's just about it. No contingencies have been met or anything. So at this point, can happen and the sale might not end up going through. But what does happen is that the property is now listed on the MLS as a pending home sale, so it is not available for other showings. So it's not a completed sale. A home can actually be pending sale for 30 or 60 days. So this kind of becomes like a forward indicator of what may happen in the future. Now, according to NAR, the Northeast pending home sales index ascended by 0.6% from last month to 67.1, a decrease of 16.7% from June 2022. The Midwest index jumped 4.3% to 77.6 in June, down 17.1% from a year ago. The South price home index receded by 1.4% to 93.3 in June, lessening 14.3% from the prior year, and the West Index fell 1% in June to 57.7, dipping 15.5% from June 2022. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly what this whole entire thing means and why these readings are so much lower than last year. I mean, this basically just means that there's just lower pending home sales this year than last year, and that's by a whole lot. And really, the main reason is because of interest rates. Well, rates in June were hovering around 7% for pretty much the entire month, and sometimes even higher depending on the lender and the type of loan that you may have been looking for. So with rates being that high, it creates a couple of things. The first one is anyone, who may be considering selling a home just simply decides not to. Now, this one report from Goldman Sachs from March of 2023, so just a few months ago, says that 99% of all homeowners have a mortgage rate under 6%. So there's really got to be a heck of an incentive for a homeowner to trade an interest rate that is 2 or sometimes even 4 percentage points lower than what's going on right now. In fact, a lot of people who already own a home just simply won't want to give up that interest rate, but they still may need to move. And whether that's because they're looking for a newer home, or maybe it's an empty nester who just simply doesn't need a 5-bedroom home anymore, it's best for them to turn the property into a rental, get some cash flow, because believe me, anyone with a 3% 30-year mortgage will definitely be able to cash flow with today's rental prices and buy something else instead, but not having to sell. There are a lot of different strategies where someone can just access the equity in their home and use it to purchase another property. One of those strategies, and it's extremely common right now, is home equity lines of credit, where basically the homeowner just takes out a second mortgage on the house. It does not touch the first mortgage, so that interest rate stays there, but they get to use the equity in the property to do whatever they want. So, there's that. And then there's also people who can just turn the property into an Airbnb. So the inventory is still locked in because of really those homeowners with extremely low interest rate. Now, the second and obvious reason is that simply there's just a lot of times just people can't really qualify to make payments on a 7% mortgage, especially first-time home buyers. And that's not really counting the fact that people's wallets are really being eaten up by inflation. So that means higher grocery bills and higher gas prices and higher living expenses and student loan repayments that are pretty much soon to come. I know a lot of people just pretty much forgot about their student loans over the last 3 years, but the average student loan payment is $500 a month. So just to get into a $400,000 home right now, which is below the average price of a home in America, you may need to pay about $3,000 a month on your mortgage, plus the taxes, the insurance, the PMI, and if you live in an HOA, then you got to pay the HOA payment investment as well. So unless someone is making $100,000 a year, they might not even be able to qualify to purchase a starter home, because in the summer of 2023, basically the starter home starts at $400,000, and that's pretty much what it is nowadays. So if you own a $300,000 home, I can almost guarantee you that your home price is going to go up, because that is a very small percentage of homes available right now in America that are priced at $200,000 or $300,000. So let's go ahead and talk about now finally what may happen to home prices in 2024. Now, according to NAR, the forecast is that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate will hit 6.4% this year and then decline to 6% in 2024. Guess what? The lower the rates go, the more sales activity we're going to start seeing, because more buyers are going to get in the market. Now, likewise, that'll also help supply, because maybe now some people with a 4% or 5% mortgage might be able to stomach a 5% or 6% interest rate on a new house. So the inventory really is going to get better. Now, NAR expects existing home sales to climb to 15.5% in 2024. And compared to last year, the national median existing home price will remain steady, declining by 0.4% to $384,900 before rebounding by 2.6% next year, 2024, to $395,000. So what that tells you is that anybody who is looking to buy a home under $400,000 will probably want to do it now instead of having to wait out until next year, because that same price is going to go up by 2%, 2.6% next year. Now, the West is the country's most expensive region that will see reduced prices, while the more affordable Midwest region is likely to see a small positive increase. Housing starts will increase to 1.55 million or 5.4% in 2024. Newly constructed home sales will increase from last year by 12.3% in 2023 to 720,000 due to additional inventory in this segment of the market, and increase by another 13.9% in 2024 to 820,000. The national median new home price will decrease by 1.9% this year, 2023, to $449,100, and then improve by 4.2% next year to $468,000. So if you're thinking about buying a new home, you will probably want to do it now. Lock in that contract, lock in the interest rate if you're able to, because that same home price is going to go up by 4% next year. So there you go. Unless you live in the West, you should really expect to have an increase of your home value or home prices. But honestly, I will not really even expect much of a drop in the price of homes in the West. And obviously, certain pockets of the country will do much better than others, and vice versa. There you go, guys. That's basically all I got here for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.